Hey everybody, what's up? It's Michael Termini with Haus, and today I am joined by Dignitas FakeGod. And unfortunately, we're having some video issues, so it's just going to be audio only here. But first things first, I think you got your revenge on Impact, so I want to know about that. How did you play this game?
Um, I just made like I made like a small wave mistake early, and I lost like some more mid. Actually, there's like a lot of like technical stuff, but basically, I messed up a little early, so Renekton was like a little ahead of me. But then I solo killed him because he misjudged his damage, and then I was in a strong position in comparison. It's just they had a stronger team fighting comp later,
Hmm.
and they won early. It was pretty rough to play on our side versus them in the mid game.
So do you have like I guess a beef with Impact per se from that the biggest goal difference scenario that happened last summer? Did you want to like beat him this year and prove, hey, I'm actually really good?
Not really. It's just I just remembered it's like, man, I I just remember that game sometimes like, oh my god, that was so bad.
You
But it's not
cringed.
like it. Yeah, it's like, oh god, like I lay in bed like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened. But you just have to get over it. For
Yeah.
me, um, it's not like the player himself that I'm just like thinking about. It's more like the fact that I played that poorly because
Mhm.
essentially anyone could have like been on that Renekton side. But I do think of like EG as like a team that we've had a lot of like it's like we had like a lot of duels with them in the past basically. Like
Mm.
I just remember like a lot of moments where like it's Dig versus EG and it's just very chaotic and just it's just interesting. Like I think of EG as like a different team than like the other teams sometimes. Like oh, it's like it's like I don't know, it's like it's FlyQuest or it's IMT and it's like it's
Yeah.
EG. Oh shit, like we have to win. Like I, it's gonna be a battle here.
It's gonna be a banger. Yeah, certified
Yeah.
banger. All right, fair enough, fair enough. So let's talk about your overall, I guess, the whole team's performance this lock-in tournament. So you guys went 1-3, and you're playing versus 100 Thieves tomorrow. So
Yeah.
first things first, like, what do you guys think of like your game so far? Do you think that Dignitas is like playing well, or do you think that we've had some really big issues that have led to some games that you're not so happy with? Like, what's your overall thoughts on the performance?
For our first week, we were playing with a sub juggler,
Yeah, Exo.
XU, and then I mean, basically, we only had like 3 or 4 days of practice with our our juggler,
Mhm.
so it's just to me, I think we just need. It's like we need more time to figure out exactly how we want to play because yeah, we've only had 4 days of practice essentially as
Mhm.
like the new team together, and honestly, I'm not too worried. It's just we just need to decide what we want to do.
So when you're
So
looking to that 100 Thieves series, I don't know if it's today or tomorrow, but I mean not
yeah,
tomorrow or
it's,
Sunday. Sorry.
yeah.
But like when you're looking to that, like what do you see as your keys to victory for that series?
Tomorrow, it's probably just gonna be. I mean, it's like the same point before. We find our team identity, and then that helps like a lot in like how we want to play and draft and how we feel about the game.
Hmm.
And then if we're talking about specifics, it's probably like I match someday well and then win in the like it should be very isolated. Honestly, top lane right now is like mostly isolated role because
Hmm.
of TP changes and whatnot. So it'll be me like winning over someday, and then the rest of our team just matching them well, and then we come out ahead in team fights and whatnot, stuff like that.
Do you think there's a chance we'll see the Zoomer King tenacity?
Oh, maybe. They might just like toss him out, just for fun. But I still feel like the meta right now is not really suited for it's for completely top. It's like mid and more mid and bot centric. I feel like
Yeah.
top lane is right now is just whoever can scale or just enable your team. Because if you scale in a team fight, you're gonna like be a threat, and if you're like Gragas or something, you can enable your team, and then you help like the actual like strong people carry stuff like that.
So do you like the TP changes overall then, or do you think that they've been a detriment to the game?
I think it makes the game more. Sorry, I'm hearing laughter right next to me.
Very good.
It makes the game more like solved because you don't have to think about like the times they can TP or their TP windows, because it'll always be on their tower and almost always 90% of the time like just on their lane.
Mm-hmm.
So you just really have to think about like, okay, like they just TP'd. Do I have to TP or can I save it for later? And that's like actually it. Now it's like before it was just like, okay, they TP, like I'm a tank, I can save my TP, and then like place a ward behind them. We can like green man dive, and then like I don't care if I miss like 2 waves top. I'm a tank. And then it's just stuff like, okay, mid has TP too, and then sometimes bot had TP, so like, okay, like, can they TP to Rift Trail fight?
Mm-hmm.
Or it's like just a lot of like plays, cross map plays that are just not enabled until 14 minutes pass.
So do you think that's bad though overall? Like if you had to like if you are the head at Riot Games, say you're the
Yeah.
new CEO, right? And they're
Yeah.
like, first thing, first action, are we reverting the TP change? What do you do?
Probably not right away I'd revert it, but it just depends on if they want to make the game more solved, I suppose, because it really is. It really does make top lane feel more isolated.
Mm-hmm.
Like I only see my jungler, I don't see mid lane anymore in top lane. It's just honestly, I feel like I'll just have to like wait and see, because it is a big change, and
Yeah.
it's only been like a few weeks with it. So maybe there's like some other stuff that people will like figure out, or maybe it's just like, wow, this is like really bad. The game is so easy. You know everything now from draft. I don't know. I honestly, I I like it a little because I don't like too much chaoticness. Because sometimes like the enemy top will like just have a TP and then just kill like 3 people. It's like, wow, okay, you know, it's like
Mm-hmm.
a random. There's just a random TP angle sometimes in ball lane, and then it's just really good for them. And you're just thinking like, wow, that sucks.
Yeah,
But
unlucky.
now
Yeah.
like with this, it's impossible. You can never TP bot unless they dive and you counter it basically.
All right, fair enough. So
Yeah.
one thing I want to talk about is the off season, right? So what did you work on individually in the off season to make yourself a better player?
It's a lot of self-reflection. But usually in the off season, I have like 4 to 5 months of doing absolutely nothing. So I just have a lot of self-reflection, right? I mean, and I think about it again. I think it's been like the same thing. Just be more confident as a person, as a player. Like, don't be afraid to like tell your team like your stupid ideas and like make it work. Try to be a good teammate and a good person. So the team environment is just like really good, and everyone just work together to win, basically.
And do you think
And
that oh, sorry, continue.
yeah, that's fine.
I was going to say,
Um,
do you think that you're accomplishing those goals?
I think I'm accomplishing them right now.
All
So
right.
it's pretty early, so maybe you have to wait a little. Maybe I crack under pressure, but that's probably a bad thing to say. But
Oh,
I just have to I'll just keep going and see see how the year goes, and then maybe it's another year of self-reflection at the end. But I just have to do my best and just see what the result is at the end.
fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Well, that's all I got. Do you have anything to say to the Dignitas fans out there?
Uh, Thanks for supporting us. Sorry for our performance, but we'll get better. I promise.
All right. Well, make sure to check out thegamehouse.com for more LCS interviews. And I appreciate you coming on, Fake God.
Yeah, no problem.